And I think audio levels are okay. If it needs tweaking any, do let me know. Also, this coffee's tasting worse and worse. Right, yes. Back in Rivia. So I think the last fight we had was we took on a relic, one of the Ents, essentially, the tree folk, which was a toughish fight. Right, have we got an indicator on the map where we can go next? So we have got a shrine over here. That's good to know. Okay, we'll head for the bridge. Didn't we also pick up a map? We did, didn't we? Yes. So we're looking for a rock formation like that next to like a fence or palisade, and it's near one of the Blackclad's encampments. Oh, like here. Like one of these rocks?
A robust rain hither comes.
It certainly looks like that kind of tower, doesn't it? But obviously recycled assets and things like that. Have we got an indicator of what we're best heading for? So we've got treasure there, got a question mark and question mark. Well, this is obviously a fight. That's where we've ultimately got to get to. We will go talk to this guy first. My queen, the village has been slaughtered to the last, not a soul remaining. That is, save a few Nilfgaardians. They claim to have arrived only recently in order to learn the fate of their collector. He had arrived in the village a few days past and has since vanished without a trace. What shall we do with the Blackclads? They offered to buy their freedom. Their release, however, may lead to unrest with the soldiers. Have them shackled and bound, yes. We'll take the morale boost. I don't think we need the money, specifically. I was going to say, there's going to be stuff hidden off the path somewhere here. Also, have we got a idea of... Okay, this will just go around the corner. It leads to a dead end, so yeah, let's actually explore up here. Bunch of graves. Can we go off the path? Yes, we can. A hidden puzzle. And there's a tree stump here. Okay, let's start with a puzzle, shall we? Probably monsters. Okay, wyvern of some sort. Meave's unit was situated near a deep cave known by the locals as Hare's Cavern. Perhaps the harmless rodents truly lived there once. In any case, another beast now calls the cave home. A beast who prefers a slab of beef atop his bed of lettuce and carrots. Combine at least 3 identical cards in order to damage a wyvern. Use your leader abilities. I think there's something wrong with that. Combine at least 3 identical cards in order to... Yeah, there's a slight grammatical error there. That's what I was stumbling over. There was an extra 2 in there for no reason. So, what is our hero ability? Our hero ability, move a card to adjacent vertical. Okay, so... This card cannot be played. Okay, so... if at least 3 copies of this card are adjacent to each other, destroy them and spawn a random card in their position. So it's just... We're playing match 3 games now. So we can move that one across, we can move that one down... We can move either that or pull that down. Presumably this will recharge each time? Let's move this guy around, shall we? Yeah, does seem to respawn each time. So let's move you down. Actually, I'm going to move one of these up. We still got options. Oh, I should have moved down, shouldn't I? That was a mistake. Okay, made a boo-boo. What happens if we match 5? We get the entire row. Good, okay. In that case... Okay, this is a very simple puzzle. Also, match 3s. And I'm being bleached out, so let's close the curtain. Like I said, I could do with a light, I know. I keep saying this. That was a nice, easy one to break us in, wasn't it, really? Right, we'll get the supplies first, and then we'll get the treasure chest. Because let's face it, it's just going to be a... Here's a surround for your avatar in Gwent. Called it. But we've got all but 2 or 3 of the gold chests throughout the game, haven't we? So... well, I guess we're heading for the front door then, aren't we? Although we could get the bulletin board. Rivians, I, Queen Meve, hereby proclaim that under regaining our homeland, I shall immediately cease all production within local workshops and forges. All goods thereafter shall be imported from our comrades' workshops in Mahakam. As you are well aware, dwarven craftsmanship is consistently demonstrated undeniable superiority in quality over domestic goods. The propaganda machine is still hard at work.
Meve arrived at the walls of Gradobor, famed for fine rugs and woven tapestries. The city's artisans had been at work, no doubt pressed by the Nilfgaardians. For atop the tallest spire, that of the town hall, flapped a lustrous ebony flag, a sun of golden threads at its center. So vast was the banner, Gascon whistled in admiration.
Gotta admit, the Blackclads certainly have panache.
And a vast and powerful army, I'd remind you.
Reynard interjected.
Arbalists line the walls. That stench in the air, hot tar. And our scouts claim the Blackclads stand armed to the hilt with the best Mahakam has to offer. Victory's not likely to come cheap, I fear.
Order the assault, abort the siege. What kind of... I think we're suited more for fighting monsters at the moment, because the last thing we fought was the relic, wasn't it? We're not really set for siege warfare, but we'll have a go anyway.
Said Meve, a hardness in her voice.
Reynard, Gascon, ready our men to attack.
The Lyrians needed no more encouragement. Since arriving, they had reveled in anticipation of taking the city, then ripping the banner from its spire.
We'll take this land back one town at a time. It's a shortened battle, okay. Throw everything we have at it then. Meve instructed Renard to personally command the catapults and ballista during the siege. After all, they were attacking their own city. Any missile off its mark would fall upon the heads of the Queen's own subjects, and they've suffered enough in this war. So it's kind of like the siege we had at that, like, swamp fortress, with Reynard giving buffs to the catapult, isn't it? So we'll keep Renard there. Give 1 charge to units with depleted orders. No, it's standard, actually. Okay. I don't think we're going to have weather effects. Fire will be useful here. I don't think we need the cavalry. You could come in handy.
It will be difficult, Your Grace. The walls are strong.
We have a very fat deck, I remember now, yeah. Okay. So there's no weak shield. Yeah. Permanent resilient, doomed. Permanent resilient. Every turn on turn start, boost a random ally by 2. Give it 2 armor. Death wish. Destroy all palisades. Okay, we've got to do like 25 points of damage. Yeah, like I said, I don't think we have the setup for this.
This artist will be reaping black-clad heads.
Return on turn start, boost adjacent by 2 armor. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Also, what the hell's that? Is that an 8? Some weird symbol going on there. Well, the most damage I can do to the gate is 10. We'd still have 25 to get through. Still have 10 to get through if we hit him. I suppose I could take a swing at the gate myself, and we do damage to both of those guys. Yep, this is bugging out just a little.
Order!
Catch!
Like I said, we're not really set up for this.
The gate! Someone's opening the gate! Forward, march!
Okay, we have an ally, so we didn't have to go after the gates. That's good. We focused on the back line. Yeah, now they're starting to just pile on top of each other. I have no idea what's here. Let's see what cards we can pull out.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
Yep. It's a little bit broken. Right. There's a couple of 10s, so it might be worth putting him out ready for the next go. To hit both of those guys.
Every rib's a thief.
Though you get a charge on every loyalty, so... Oh, so it's got like the frost one there.
Nilfgaard!
We can give additional charges. Let's actually see what cards we can pull. Okay, we'll go with the Wagenberg. I mean, it's not really useful. Okay, something's bugged here. Yeah, this is definitely screwed up somehow. Cards aren't playing properly.
The chase is on!
Let's go after you, shall we? Yeah, there's a couple of 12s there. We'll hit... What do we reckon? These guys are annoying, but this guy's actually doing damage, so let's hit him.
Life is mine now.
Alright, let's set fire to this road then.
I smell a leak.
Because we can use him to give another charge to that. So is there anything we can actually pull out? We could pull another one of those guys. Yes. Yeah, so let's use that next time on that. Though I don't think I'm going to have another charge by then, am I? I doubt it. What's that? A unit appears on the ranged row, strength itself by 3. Whenever an enemy unit appears on the melee row, boost all units in hand by 1. In hand, so he's only got 3 in hand, so it'll be a maximum of 3 boost anyway. So let's go on the melee row so we can do that. Why can I not? There's another card of it in there.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die.
Oh, so both these should be targeting, shouldn't they? We can fit at least one more card on here. So we will make it Renard.
Discipline shall bring us victory!
Still having a think about it. Ah, now he's pulling new cards. They'll take damage, but we could potentially pull new cards. No, I'm better doing this. We'll pull you because now we can get stronger by doing this. Hit the 11s. Go on. You've got 2 cards and you've got to get 140 points.
For the Queen!
Go on then. Get 150 points with 1 card, please. So the suit wasn't suited to it. Sorry, the deck wasn't suited to it, but we still managed to make it through. You have 1 card to play, unless it's more pikemen. All you can do is just constantly keep doing that. He may be able to just constantly do that. But we have fire out there. That's going to whittle everyone down, bit by bit.
Victory, your grace! The city is ours!
So I think we won by pure numbers there, you know. Even though we had a very fat deck,
The battle
but
for Gradobor was a
also,
hard fight.
who opened the door
Though
for
not
us?
quite as hard as most had thought it might be. During the assault, at its critical juncture, a blow fell from the blue. The unlikely heroes, merchants and burghers brought together by the city's guilds. A wave of them, all riled, swarmed the blackclads at the gates and opened them wide to let Lyria in.
Onward! Follow me!
As fighting died down around the city, Neve rode for the town hall on a personal quest. Nilfgaard's vast, garish banner rippled overhead. With its halyard cut, it plunged like a great black bird, stricken. It was the last any would see of the golden sun over Gradobor.
3 cheers! Hip, hip, hooray!
The Lyrians were victorious, though not without aid. Neve met with the merchants.
Oh, the
who aroused
merchants want
townsfolk,
paying, do they?
inspired them to rise up and fight.
Many of my soldiers, dozens, perhaps hundreds, owe you their lives today.
Said the Queen.
For that, I am deeply grateful. No, deeply indebted. Should you know a way I might repay the debt, don't for a moment hesitate to ask.
They already have a
The
plan.
merchants exchanged glances, nodded, grunted, agreed with each other without uttering a word. Then one, a clothfuller, his moustache most robust, stepped forth, bowed low, and spoke for them all.
Your Majesty, the invaders brought laws. Laws what don't agree with customs we've long held. Non-humans they forced us to accept. Let them join our guilds, sit on the city council. It's right ridiculous it is. These treacherous dwarves, why, they've been on their side from the start, so it's no wonder. But, well, the Nilfgaardian reforms, we'd like you to revoke them. Non-humans must know their place.
An awkward silence ensued. All turned their eyes to the Queen, awaiting her response.
Fulfill the merchant's request and repeal the reforms. Keep Nilfgaardian reforms in place. Well, every time we've tried to win favour with the non-humans, it's bit us in the ass. I mean, we have a bunch of dwarves in our army, but we've not used them. So, worst thing I can think happens is we lose all those troops.
Your city,
Neve began slowly after a pause.
your rules. So be it. I hereby strike down all Nilfgaard's reforms.
The townsmen grasped each other's shoulders and vigorously shook hands, toothy grins spreading upon all their faces.
This is probably going to bite me in the ass, but then everything else does.
She politely but firmly declined. Her army left Gradabor that very day. She rode at its fore, angry and silent.
I know.
Meve finally blurted to Reynard, her eyes still facing forward.
I know I granted a wicked request. But I can't hope to easily end hate, distrust, wipe away years of bloodshed. Not with one decree. To force those tradesmen to accept non-humans, allow them into their guilds, would have changed nothing. Do you understand, Reynard?
Alas, she could not tell.
Nope.
For Reynard held his tongue.
Well, at least we've taken back the town. We'll take that small victory, shall we? This is going to be a very angry dwarf.
But nae to live in it, eh? Dwarves are good to die for Rivia, but nae to live in it, eh?
Yep, he has one thing to say. He's not happy with us. Is that an elf? It looks like an elf. Right. So we've got to fight over here. We still have this shrine, which we can go back to if we need to.
Dwarves don't let humans into Mahakam. Why have we got to let them into our homes?
Yeah. It's sounding like Brexit all over again, isn't it?
Dwarves don't let humans into Mahakam. Why have we got to let them into...
Yeah. Let's leave politics at the door, shall we, today? Anyway. Is there anything off the beaten path? Yep. Well, we've seen these before. Normally giant-ass worms pop out of them. I'm going to camp and redo our deck because it's not really suited for what we're after. I'm going to... it's that thing again. Though we found it was quite useful. Let's lose the banner and grab that. We will take away the blood and the decree and go back to... Was it fireballs? And the fake florin. We will play Gascon. Well, we certainly don't need all these guys. The Stray's cavalry have helped. Footmen, because we normally want the deployability. We'll lose the cavalry as well. We want our backup for the bombers, don't we? Take those guys. We will take... We've normally had a trap, haven't we? Do we want the onagers? I mean, it would work with Renard. Oh, and the fact that we have still got the Wagenburg in here, it makes sense to grab the war wagon, wherever it might be. Where the hell's the war wagon? We'll take a medic. I'll take you. Where's the war wagon? Right, we're at 28. So if we lose the one of you guys... And maybe we lose the cavalry. Right. How are we going to fare with this lot? Well, we know this is a giant-ass worm fight. Oh, no! My lady, neckers have nested in the field. The beasts have a nasty habit of hoarding stolen trinkets. We may... unearth some of them, but I cannot guarantee we'll escape without losses. I can afford to lose 4 men. Oh, we could just have Ike. Yeah, let's have Ike settle the matter. I don't think we're going to be having as many monster fights now, so I will risk losing Ike to an event. Milady, couriers have arrived from Mahakam, the Zigran's bank, to be more precise. They've arrived with several sacks of heavy with coin. Your earnings from investments you made. Invest and you shall receive. Have them distribute the coin. 5 grand to buy a morale boost. What are we going to do with the money now? Is there any improvements to the camp we really need to pay for? Is there any cards we need to buy? Well, we know there's a morale boost in a shrine. So if we want one, we could take it. That's 5 grand. If it was 1,000 or a couple of thousand, I'd probably go for the morale, but let's take the money instead. Also, where are we headed? Ultimately heading down. So we'll go over here for... No, let's go up here first. Oh, the elves aren't happy with us. Your Grace, these hovels are inhabited by elves. They're starving for Nilfgaardian are willing to trade with them. They've offered to sell what little they can have for next to nothing. Mere scraps and modest coin. Shall not prey on their misfortunes. I shall trade, but at a fair price. That I will pay 1,000 for. We just made 5 grand, so yeah, I'm willing to give up that. For good favour. And there's another shrine here, so yes, we definitely didn't have to pay for the morale boost. We can find it at other places. Okay. Let's head for the fight. Let's see if our new deck is worthy. Vast majority of Rivians greeted the return of the Queen with joy and relief. But not all. Some quickly adapted to the new order. They stood ready to defend, fighting side by side with the invaders, prepared to kill their fellow countrymen. Okay, it's a standard battle, so we're going to have to judge what we use more carefully. We have only one gold card in our deck, well, apart from Knickers. Knickers doesn't count. We've got fire and we've got a trap. I will keep those on side. Probably don't need the medic this early. Let's start by cooking everybody. Also, what's your ability? Strengthen all allies by 1. Okay.
152, 154.
Do I want to use the trap? I really want to knock them all back onto the fire, honestly. Let's use the trap. Every turn on turn start, damage the highest power. Is that every turn? Is he been boosting everyone? Every turn on turn start, damage the highest power enemy unit by 5 if its power is an even number. Well, they're all even. Okay. 2 allies appear on the battlefield, boost self by 8.
Ever up a storm, knock out one of your teeth?
You can try to win them all, but we won't.
Okay, we're taking 6 points of damage for each of those. That's not good. I'm going after the assassin. Let's cook them all as well.
Got a death wish?
Can't take it anymore.
So they're using my own tactics against me. Anything we can do? We could use florins. I want to leave these for next turn. I guess. Feels like a bit of a waste. Every turn on turn start, if the highest ally's power is odd, boost by 5. Well, you know what? I'm going to seize you. Service? Well. How are we, Silver?
Again and again and again.
Was that play top unit from your deck? If it was a blitz unit, repeat. Okay. But that's on an order. Presumably he gets that each turn? Should I play anything, or should I pass at this point? Started new Stonehearth because the old save was bugged. Oh, was it like a painful thing you had to do? Because you'd got pretty far, hadn't you? You were quite happy with the village you had.
Yes? Oh, Rivia!
Wow. Okay, that gained a lot of health, didn't it? Yeah. Okay. Wasn't expecting that to get popped out. Okay, we do have the Wagenberg though, so we've got some moves.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
Also, after 2 allies, yeah. Up to 20 people again, and the fortifications are up and running. Well, at least you've got up to kind of a base level you're happy with.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Let's get you out early as well. Let's see if we can draw some more cards, shall we? Ah, you passed. I only need so many points.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
If I do this, we take 18 points of damage. So I don't want to go after those. I say we just take a swing. At you. Right, let's save what we have. We haven't really got a great hand to play. Oh, we have fire. That's something. And we have got a medic. And we've got Renard. Okay, we can make some moves on this. Right, does your ability work every time? No, it's only when they're newly drawn.
This could hurt.
Oh. New orders? No? Ah.
So I'm going to steal you.
Hail, Kerzer!
Okay, I could do with stealing you as well. Let's... We got anything interesting? Ooh, we could potentially draw our own, but more likely we'll draw an infantryman. I'm going to play the medic. Let's see if we get lucky. Okay, we can make this work.
Favourite cut of lamb? The shank.
I have a tool for just such an occasion. Let's make... While you boost by 5, you damage by 5. Let's keep the boosting guy. And I'm not going to play my ability yet until he's out.
Army's a waste of time for one like me.
Right, do we still have... We do. So I'm actually going to play reinforcements on him.
Watch your heads!
And now I'm going to take a swing, because these guys are both 10s. Won't make the same mistake this time, because I think I know how it bugged. Okay.
Go on, Enkazer! Can't take it anymore.
Left, right, left, right.
Right, we could potentially take 18 points of damage. Let's get this out. At least we're in a position to do our own 18 points of damage.
I live to serve you.
Okay. Renard's not really going to help here. Because you can't give a charge to anybody, can you? Other than moving these guys. In the error message, it said something about a mob rendering issue. This is... Thing is, you brought a baby dragon. It was nowhere to be seen. Ah! Does that mean you have to avoid dragons from now on? I mean, you're not getting any stronger, but we could do damage to you. I'm gonna go after these. And then... the assassin? Or you, because you're going to be boosting people. Let's go after the assassin.
That is what you folk lack.
I'm going to steal your... What's most valuable here? Whenever an enemy unit appears... No. Probably the Grey Rider. I don't think I can give anybody an additional charge, but we'll find out.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
I think stealing the Grey Rider might have just tipped us over the edge there. There's a stash over here as well, it looks like. Yeah. What's on the notice board? More propaganda, yeah. Attention elves, dwarves, halflings, and other vile non-humans. I, Queen Meve, hereby proclaim that upon regaining my throne, you shall be punished for aiding the enemy in wartime. Your affiliation or lack thereof with the so-called squirrels is unimportant, for treacherous blood nevertheless flows through your veins. It must be spilt. Her Majesty, right, Divine Queen Meve. Are we actually going to find the guy that's writing all the posters? Where are we headed next? Yeah, down here. That's where we're headed. We are still looking for that buried treasure, aren't we? But it's near a wall and an encampment of some sort.
As the Lyrians
well, at least there's not a wraith there that we can see anyway.
Ivy-covered wall, they heard mourners wailing pitifully to a priestess's moving song. The soldiers dutifully lowered their heads. Their minds sought out fallen comrades and kin, and they wondered whom else the war would yet claim.
Listen,
said Gascon, stirring Meve from her own meditation.
I think I'll veer off for a bit.
What for? To offer your condolences?
In a manner of speaking. But just go on. I'll rejoin you soon.
We'll find out something about Gascon's past if I follow him, I'm guessing.
Meve nodded in agreement, then made as if to ride on. Yet Gascon had hardly entered the cemetery when the Queen turned and followed. Gascon quickly realized he was not alone.
Oh, Meve. Had I been plotting to do you no good, I'd not have announced I was sneaking off to do it.
What do you mean?
Come now, Meve, don't play the fool. You don't trust me, so you followed. Probably thought I'd commune with Ep Dahi in some crypt. Nay, better, the conclave of mages. Well, rest assured then. For
no, I'm just curious about
I wanted to conceal. I dare say you'd not have noticed me.
Your family members. Surprised that I don't trust you truly? I followed you out of concern. I was merely curious what you would do.
If I truly suspected something nefarious, I'd have dispatched my scouts, not followed you alone.
Which begs the question, why'd you follow? Why are you here? Why have you come?
Because you've not been yourself. You've been acting strangely.
And that gives you the right to spy on me?
Gascon, I've grown used to you bending the rules of decorum, but now you overstep, sir. You overstep.
Oh, will you have me flogged?
Hold your tongue, sir, or I shall indeed.
He's on the defensive. We're definitely hitting a sore point, aren't we?
Splendid. Now tell me why you've come here.
Family crypt.
If you absolutely must know, then follow me.
Gascon led Meve through the ruins of a mausoleum, past its decapitated statues, past ancient gravestones effaced, past sarcophagi smashed to pieces.
Whose is it? Could it be...
Yes, Meve. My family's vault. The Brossards.
The Brossards? Wait. The Brossards?
The very same. Traitors who in 1258 revolted against King Reginald, your late husband. The earth lie lightly upon him. An error, most certainly. We paid dearly for it. Reginald had no mercy, decimated the family. As you can see, didn't even spare the dead. I was outside, away from the house. 'Tis the only reason I survived. Was 8 at the time, stripped of title and home. Well, I'm sure you can guess the rest.
Became the Duke of Dogs instead.
Frankly, do my damnedest not to think on it. But the wall, the cemetery, seeing them awoke all the old demons.
Your crest. I seem to recall a pointer. The Duke of Dogs. Now I understand. The Brossard's trial I remember well. Reginald was angry. He prodded and pushed. Too far. The sentence was cruel, spiteful. I felt it all, but said nothing. I'm so very, very sorry, Gascon.
Water under the bridge. And the past's a thing none of us can change.
Rebuild the tomb for 1,000.
The past, no. But the present? I could rebuild your family's tomb. All deserve to rest in peace.
Maeve, the war nears its end days now, and you'll have more urgent expenses.
So I shall pay for this now. I'm grateful, Gascon, and indebted, vastly. Let me do this. Let me pay my debt in part, at least.
I thank you.
Gascon remained silent the rest of the day. When the force halted for the night, he sat secluded in his tent. But by the morn, he was his witty, mirthful self again. His family's final resting place would be returned to its former glory. This he knew, and it seemed to lift a weight from his mind. He could now reconcile with his family's tragic past.
Oh, we got a plus on him. Okay. So it was worth spending the 1,000. Okay, what does that actually give us? Reginald the Courageous, Father Danelia, caretaker of the cemetery. Pardon my gnomish, but I don't give a flying rat's arse about peace for the dead. You'll do as you've been told. Dig up the Brossards, chop them to bits, burn them to ash, and be sure to turn their statues and gravestones to rubble. If you ever refuse me again, I'll make sure to you share the same fate as those traitors.
Good mother, grant him eternal peace. Oh, why have they left us? Lilka, why?
Move that candle. To the left. No, higher.
Oh, why have they left us?
Okay, so that's all they've got. Okay. Anything else around these parts? I don't think so. Go off track, but I don't think there's anything hidden here. No. Okay, let's have a look what Gascon upgraded is. Where is he? You can hand, deck, or battlefield strengthen self by 2 whenever an enemy allied card is moved. I'm going to take a slinger as well, because that will benefit from him being there. Yes, it's +2 as opposed to +1, yeah. So it's not great, but, you know, that will build up. It's a bit like, you know, the benefit of having Ike there with the Manticore head and fighting monsters. He gets +2 every time somebody takes damage as opposed to +1, so he can get ridiculously strong. Standard battle. Upon noticing Meave's approach, a Nilfgaardian sentry sounded his horn. Before his tune was finished, however, he was silenced by a Lyrian arrow. The guard, covered in blood, slumped to the ground, lifeless. The battle's first victim had been claimed. So, do we have to break through a gate again? It's a standard fight, so it's... Right, we will keep Gascon. I'm going to dump... I don't need 2. I will take some of them. I will take... Hey, Eli! How are we? I won't take Renard. I will take these 2, because he's going to get stronger and stronger. We have fire. I'm happy with this. So, yeah, how's your week been, Eli? Also, Silver, how have you been this week? Yes, I'm fine with that.
A highly curious case.
Right. It's alright. Okay. I'm going to set fire to the back row.
Catch!
We take a swing yet? Yeah, we might as well get that going.
New orders? No?
Every 4 turns on turn start, draw a card. If you're losing... Ah, okay.
I'll relieve you of that pouch.
I kind of want to steal that card and keep it for myself the next turn. Right. Well, they're all getting bounced now. Okay, you're going to just start drawing a ridiculous amount of cards, aren't you? Do I want to do anything specific? I kind of want to take this out of commission if I can. Feels like it's a bit early to use this, but like I said, I kind of want to take it out of commission.
Must be an important lesson in this. But what?
Do we want to move anything? So you become resilient as well. I definitely want to steal one of them.
That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
That was not in the spellbooks.
Deploy, spawn a random potion in your hand. And I guess we go after the 9s, don't we? I will pass it there as well. I've got 3 resilient cards. You have 1. What should I redraw? None of them. I'm happy with all of those.
As you command.
Order!
Let's set fire to stuff. Unfortunately, we can't knock anybody back unless I... Have I got any way of drawing cards? I haven't, have I? I should be able to burn the front row. Yeah, I have got bombers. I'm gonna burn the front row as well.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Hundred and 102, 103.
All right, I can steal that as well. In a turn, I'll be able to steal it.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
He's getting stronger. We should have this in the bag, unless he's got something ridiculous in his hand. Resilience deploy. Give all allies immune. Death wish. Remove immune from allies. You know what? That seems like a good card. Can I not take it? I wasn't able to take it? No? Resilience. No, resilience just keeps it there. No, they're not immune to fire. So I can still do that.
Wise choice.
I could do 8 points of damage. Still makes sense to do this.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Go on, just put a card there. I can use this and nuke him. Okay, these are getting to be a pain in the arse now. Damn it. Healing up. Taking points away from me. Well, I can do 18 points of damage to them. Well, 20 with this as well. So, yeah. Is anything almost dead? Yeah, let's put it on you. Oh, did I hit the wrong thing? I did. I should have hit him. What did I destroy? Ah, mistakes were made. Depends on what he's got in his hand. He could possibly have 40 points with the 3 cards he's got left.
Life is mine now.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one. Has he got it? Probably. He needs what?
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Oh, there we go. Oh, dead heat. No, he wins. God damn it. The archers. The fire was doing all the work. Yeah, I'll just finish with that.
152, 154.
That's my card now. No, I should hold off for that.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
If he's got, like, pikemen, he's on the ranged row. Strengthen up by 3. Okay, so we want to put everything in the melee row, so this works for me, because he's only got 1 card in his hand, so... yeah, I can make this work.
Back to the dust whence you came!
Yeah, I'm going to wait to use my ability.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Right. Makes sense to do as much damage as we can to the back, doesn't it? Yes, no, maybe. Well, if we do 1 point to you. No, that maybe I did the maths wrong on that. We still win. Also, I'm going to open that now. Yeah, sun's no longer blazing through. Right. Let's grab all the stashes of gear. Like I said, we're taking back Rivia 1 town at a time. To your most honourful Nilfgaardian sirs, I here do inform you that my neighbour Raslav, a cheat and a liar, has hid many a riches from your most grand collectors. Here be a map for you You highly esteemed sirs, drawn by myself, of course, which shows where he stashed his goods. Don't spare Raslav a single lash. He deserves the harshest punishment. Goes without saying I'm writing this denunciation for the noblest of reasons. Still, I'd not refuse a reward for turning the bugger in. So we get a map as well. A bridge. Okay, a bridge should be easy to spot on the overworld map, I'd guess. Is that the palisade we were looking for? That could be the bridge there, couldn't it? Depends on whether there's a, like, loop in the road alongside it. Right. No, no. I meant to drag, not delete. Right. No, it's going to be... That's our bridge, and that's where the buried treasure is. I wonder where the other map leads to. I suppose it could be one of these camps. Might be this one. Is that a road or a river, do we think? Would make that a road. It could be, yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be here. Okay, well, let's go and talk to this chappie. He's guarding some additional troops for us. Oh, and a card piece. I will take the payment. Your Majesty, a hunter from a shack came out to meet us. Said he'd found an object most odd and mystical while out hunting. Could be a piece of something larger. Though of that he can't be sure. He thought it may prove of interest to you, Your Grace. And he's offering to sell it. I think we can afford 100 gold, can't we? Ooh, it's some sort of dragon or phoenix. Like I said, I don't know the Gwent cards off by heart, so I'm just guessing from the small images we do see.
The Devil's Tower. We draw near, Your Grace.
No sign of Willem yet, far as I can see.
Unsurprising. Prompt he never was.
Okay, well, I might just take a quick 30-second break just to nip to the loo. So we will be right back in, as I say, just give me a minute. Relief, yes. All the coffee had gone through, yes. Silver, yeah, when you get all three pieces, you do get the full card, yeah, so... I don't think we've ever not... Yeah. So, oh, it's called Dragon's Dream, okay. So we've got to keep our eye out for the rest of that.
The Queen had chosen to meet Willem at Devil's Tower, and not without purpose. The structure stood on an isle, so no foe could approach without first exposing themselves on a narrow bridge. The isle had little vegetation midst which to conceal a large force. A small unit could evade detection. Altogether, not much to fear.
No escorts were your terms,
Began Gascon, with a hint of mischief.
but better safe than sorry, I always say.
What are you suggesting?
Yours truly and 4 chaps behind the walls. Give a signal, any signal, and we'll leap to your side.
Meve struggled with her conscience. There was no honor in Gascon's plan, but prudence, certainly. In the end, she nodded in agreement.
So we don't even
without
get a choice on
compunction.
that. So it is going to come down to a fight.
Willem
A small
arrived
unit, though.
soon after. The heavily armored cavalry he had in tow, clearly there to boost his courage. He left them at the foot of the bridge and rode across alone. A stiff wind from the river nearly made off with his ermine fur cloak. Willem and the mother who'd borne him stood face to face. They gazed into each other's eyes, waiting to see who would look away first. When neither did, Meve broke the silence.
Time flies, and I've a kingdom to liberate. No need to drag this out.
This can only go wrong, yep.
I thought my messenger already did.
Oh, he did. And how? Willem I wishes to arrange a truce. Only, Willem I is in no position to parley on an equal footing. Willem I can, at most, offer his unconditional surrender, because Willem I's losing this war.
Yes, Mother, I am. And I see that by losing I've at last made you content.
Do not play the victim. We're not here to discuss us, but the war.
Don't play the victim. What next? Will you say you turned cloak because Mummy showed no warmth, displayed no feelings?
'Twould be unfair, any such judgment. You did show feelings, chiefly enmity, contempt. But that's not why I betrayed you. No, I simply disagreed with your choices, assessments.
I had every right to do what I considered just and good.
And I had every right to voice my view, which you ever ignored.
The sass, yep.
Yet this is neither the time nor the place to discuss that. Let us parley as strangers. I'm losing, you say. And you're right. But I haven't lost yet, and have no intention to surrender. I am ready, however, to renounce my fealty to the Empire and pledge my forces to you. As long as you fulfill my conditions.
Mm-hmm. Let me hear them.
First, you will not rescind the reforms I've authorized already, any of them. Second, you will guarantee both my safety and that of my advisors. Third, I shall remain your heir, and next in line for the throne.
I'm immediately leaning towards that one. It would be additional units to fight the Blackclads if we brought him on side, but would we take it as a victory? So I'm thinking, you know, the benefits of, you know, morale more than what cards we get. It's either arrest him or saying these terms are unacceptable. Certainly remaining heir. What I can recall from Witcher 3, it was the Blood and Wine DLC when we're doing the kind of the tournament type stuff. There's another son to Meve, isn't there? She's going on because he talks to Geralt about his brother and his mother, and it's not Willem, so there must be another heir. There's got to be another heir out there. So I'm going to go. These terms are unacceptable.
These terms I cannot accept.
Well, I had to try, Mother.
Yet I can't deny your courage either. Come here. Look me in the eye. This couldn't have been easy.
Never played or watched The Witcher.
No.
Yeah, I'm just trying to recall. I think there's another heir out there.
I trust when the time comes, you'll show the same nerve on the battlefield.
I shall seek out your banner. Let the gods then settle our dispute once and for all. Goodbye, Mother.
Willem bowed, turned, and walked away. Maeve's anger burned still in her gut, beneath a heart now heavy with grief. Soon thereafter, Maeve's army set out towards Rivia Castle. It would not be long now before the decisive battle.
Well, we didn't get a morale downgrade, so there's that. I've got a feeling if we'd arrested him, we would have had to fight the heavy cavalry, and something could have gone awry there. And I think if we'd had actually accepted his terms, we would have taken a morale hit. There you go. More cards for Gwent. Willem. I'll get the goodies first. Alright, where are we going? Well, we can't go any further south, so we'll go up to the bridge here. There's a fight in here. Presumably we'll get a notice board and it will tell us where we're next headed. But inevitably we're heading north.
Your Grace,
said Reynard, saluting and clicking his heels.
Peasants from the Scala region have arrived at camp. Supplicants, wishing to deliver a plea to your person.
Maeve sighed. Supplicants, trials, audiences. All aspects of queendom she did not miss.
Very well. Bring them here.
She replied.
And instruct them to be brief, with no digressions.
The band of commoners was led by a sturdily built beekeeper dubbed Ethelred, son of Theobald. Finding himself in the Queen's presence, he fell to his knees and waved his arms in his best impression of proper etiquette.
Oh, my lady the Queen, your gracious mightiness, take pity on us tillers and toilers. Wars all around, leaving us but scraps to live off, and barely that, to be honest. So we beg you, don't do it. Don't raise the levies. We can't pay more than...
What?
Maeve interrupted.
What the devils are you talking about?
What? Your decree? One they nailed to our notice
We've
board.
seen these all around. We knew that the propaganda machine has been doing full...
We, Queen Maeve, do hereby proclaim that if our throne we shall recover, the tallage, murage, and pavage we shall raise threefold. The expenses of this war for to compensate at the cost of the common folk.
Maeve and Reynard exchanged astonished glances. They had issued no such decree. Yet the document bore her signature and seal.
Perhaps it was
just like today. Yeah, exactly.
Impossible.
Maeve said firmly.
My son sank low.
It's always the poorest that pay for the richest to
the Nilfgaardians.
Stay in power, isn't it?
Without hesitation.
They have access to my seal, to my scribes. They wish to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, turn my folk against me. And they are liars without any honor.
The Queen tore the falsified document to shreds. Knowing this would solve nothing, she had to find the printers churning out these fakes.
I said, are we going to find the guy that's making all these posters? I did say that. Right. Well, we know there's a fight in there. Well, let's barge in. And there is a notice board, so we can find where we're supposed to go next. Puzzle, point of interest, another puzzle. Point of interest. Ultimately, yeah, that's the end goal. It's a standard battle. Nilfgaardians too enjoy merrymaking, to dance, sing and drink. The Blackclads who indulged in these amusements at the roadside inn the Foxtail had not expected other guests would join them. Okay, we will keep you on side. We don't need 2 of you guys. Certainly don't need Knickers. Don't need the medic. Keeping you's not a bad idea. I'll lose this. There we go. We've got fire. We can draw something else in. Got some movement. So, if we've got movement, we really would like to try and grab Gascon, wouldn't we? Okay. No such luck. Okay. Also, what's your ability? Damage an enemy by the number of your allied units. So try and keep his units low.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh,
more of these guys.
Cursed traitors.
Haven't really got anything else. I want to keep hold of you. We will, I guess, get you out there. Next time an enemy uses its order, boost self by 2 and gain 2 armor. If this unit is... If it's a unit, damage it by 3. You'll damage it by 3 and boost yourself essentially by 4. But I can move all 3 of you onto the back row then. Right, you're going to boost up, I know.
My boots got sand aplenty.
Ah, we grab Gascon. Now this works for us. Okay.
Without hesitation.
Well, I'm stealing your resilient card. And I guess we pass there, don't we? Well, we can afford to take some damage just to boost him up. Oh god, the Eye Leech just lined up perfectly with the golden coin in the mouth. Yeah. Right, so you gain 2... 4. But you're going to die anyway. We've got 29 buffer. I'm just doing this to boost up Gascon. Yeah. Go past there. And... I mean, I can carry on winding down the clock, but what would I play? No. We pass that. We get to keep 3 cards, and Gascon's been built up. I can work with this.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Let's set fire to the back row. Ooh, the assassin. Return on turn start, damage the highest power enemy unit by 5. If its power is 10. Even, so yeah, it's going to go after either of those. You just gain a charge, so I'm going to give you an additional charge. There you go.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Still don't have enough. You've... What do I want to play? What do I want to play? I suppose Gascon really is the only thing. Nothing else I can really draw out. One of these is a waste because we haven't got fire on both rows, unfortunately. Gascon's going to take 5 points of damage, though. That's the problem. Ooh, actually, we can make a move here. We can do that. They're both on 4, and then we can do 2 points of damage to both of them. There you go. That works. Also, stun.
New orders?
I was going to say, did he pass? No, he's just not doing his turn. Now you have 3 men. We can move you all into the fire. Boost self by the number of units in your opponent's hand after turn. That feels like a card I should steal. Oh, I'm not allowed to? Is it a gold card or something then? We should have been able to steal that. Oh, disappointed.
A shame I have no time.
Every 2 turns on turn start, move this unit 1 row towards the opponent. So, unless I can win in the next turn, he's going to get 22 points. That's what it's saying.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Self by the number of units in opponent's hand. After 3 turns, on turn start, repeat the deploy. I can't force a fight, can I?
Favorite cut aloud? The shank.
Yeah, I figured you were going to destroy it, but at least this gave me a chance to... Right, you're going to get 22 points in a minute. Oh no, 2 turns, okay.
Now, how did that incantation go?
Right, let's... What are we best doing here?
Erigloa.
It's a shame I wasn't able to get another set of slingers. 'Cause this fire has been useless up to this point then. Okay, then we're just going to have to burn this, aren't we?
Looking to dance, mate?
Hail Catza!
Well, all I can do is potentially steal that card next time. Because I can't hit anything else, can I? Because these are all resilient, so we're not going to be able to hit them, are we? Yeah. All we can do is just pop his armor. Oh, I'm not going to be able to actually use the charge. But we still win. Okay, the weird eyeball leech has certainly got us out of some tricky situations, hasn't it? Oh, so there's another notice board there. I'm guessing there's going to be more propaganda, is there? Yep. I, Queen Meve, hereby proclaim that whosoever has aided the Nilfgaardian war effort shall face punishment of the highest severity. Whosoever has bartered with, repaired equipment for, or eaten fare made by a Nilfgaardian shall receive 30 lashes. Finally, whosoever has taught them our language or served as guide shall be executed in the slowest possible manner. I feel like traipsing across these fields, we're going to get attacked by something. No, so can we go off-road? No. There's a mountain there. Oh, I see a troll. Is it the keg troll? After we taught him the benefits of commerce. Part of me thinks it might be. Standard fight. In one of Rivia's many cavern dwells a blind troll known to locals as Sniff Sniff. He's often seen along roadsides where he greets weary travellers and warmly invites them to his cave for soup. On occasion, utterly drained from hunger, some actually accept the offer, follow the troll to his home. They soon realise, however, that they'll not enjoy a single slurp of his soup, but rather become a key ingredient in it. Play the ingredient card that matches the scent for each unit. Sometimes throwing an ally into the fire is the best way out. Ooh, okay. Well, we did spend most of Witcher 3 walking around with a dead elf's head we got off a troll that he said was good for soup. Play the ingredient that matches the scent for each unit. Alchemist, prized by all trolls for the tender flesh steamed in roots and herbs over many, many years. Carries the stench of cheap booze and garlic stewed in the gut. Day and night, up to their elbows in corpses, can't mistake the smell of anything else. During war's quieter moments, he picks mushrooms and saves slippery jacks for the pickle jar. Return on turn start, consume the leftmost card on the melee row. If it was an ingredient, remove one power from troll soup. If it was a unit, Meave loses the battle. So, that's our mushrooms, is it? Yes. That's our booze. Foul ale. Skulls. Rich aroma, sloppery... steamed roots. Okay, so your steamed roots and... Got your meat, but no fire to cook it. So that's the carcasses, okay. So really, we want to play... He's going to do the leftmost card on the melee row. So this would counteract that. I think that's how it's supposed to play out. So you're the cheap booze, so we do that. Now the corpses. Okay, this is a relatively easy puzzle then, isn't it? Yeah, that was confusing me because it was so simple. We've been used to like puzzles that have actually really taxed us. So we've had 2 of those kind of puzzles today, haven't we? That was easy, and then we had the match 3 one earlier. I'm not prepared for easy puzzles. The game has taught me that things are going to be confusing and I'm going to have to do maths.
Oi, Meavy!
Cried Gascon, as usual paying no heed to courtly etiquette.
Come here a minute.
Would it hurt so terribly to occasionally address me by Your Grace or Your Majesty?
Didn't want to be petty, but since you bring it up, you've never once addressed me as the Duke of Dogs.
Meave sighed, rolling her eyes.
Get on with it.
My lads jumped one of the Blackclad's transports. Guess what they were hauling?
Gascon handed Meave a pot filled to the brim with a thick, dark fluid.
Paint?
Close. Printer's ink. Same tone used in those
Here we go.
decrees.
Meave spun on her heel, put a hand to her mouth, and yelled,
Reynard! Send scouts to comb the area!
Her soldiers returned a few hours later with good news. They were able to find a Nilfgaardian printer's workshop hidden in an abandoned barn. It was guarded by a division of elite infantry.
Right, so?
Gascon thumbed the edge of his blade.
Shall we stop the presses?
Oh, hell yes.
Time for the Nilfgaardians to publish a retraction.
Spoke the Queen as she drew her sword.
Signed with their own blood. Follow me!
There wasn't really a choice there. Of course we're going to take down the printers.
Queen's honor, her good name. That was a cause well worth fighting for.
Shortened battle, I'm guessing? Yes. One Nilfgaardian propaganda pamphlet reads as follows. Meave, a faint and timid woman, has not the courage nor the strength to defend the country in times of war. They would soon see, however, that this claim was, on every account, false. So, what sort of wombo combo do we want to go for? I suppose it depends on what cards we get given. Well, you're useless at this point. I might keep the trap. We've got fire, we've got slingers. Gascon works here then, so we will take... I'll actually lose the rune. You can draw us more cards, I'll lose you. You work. We can grab more fire with you. Yeah, I'm happy with this. This will help us draw more cards as well. Yeah, I'll take this.
It's her!
Wow, 75.
Full hard! Sound the alarm! Larum!
For every 2 units destroyed, boost self by 6 and damage all enemy units by 2. So we do need to take you out pretty damn sharpish. Whenever an ally is destroyed, this unit loses 25% of its health. Okay. And damage an enemy by the number of your allied units. Well, we are going to put a trap on the back row then. If possible, we probably won't be able to, because one, it's immune, and two, I think we can't grab gold cards. These may be gold cards.
Life is mine now.
Naturally. At once.
We've tried to grab certain cards in the past and it's not worked.
You mad? Don't say that!
Go on, Enkazer!
Whenever an enemy unit appears on the ranged row... Okay, that could cause us issues. Because they're hammering this guy, I do want to get the recruits early. Okay, we can do this.
This could hurt. Watch your heads!
I know we're going to be keep giving him benefits by moving cards around, but it also helps Gascon as well. See, this is why I got the fire brands soon. Using the Florin here wouldn't be a bad idea, though he's immune at the moment because of this. So we might not be able to. Let's put this out. Right. What cards can I steal? I can only steal that one card. Do I take a pop at these? Yeah.
Off to the front yet again.
Okay, I can use the Florin play now. These guys no longer immune. And again, shit. Okay, is there anybody I can give another charge to? Maybe the slingers, if we do this. I don't know whether we are to actually hit them, though. Yeah, it's immune, so we can't actually use that. This is a pain in the ass. Okay, fine. Well, we're going to have to do this then, aren't we? When 2 units destroyed, boost staff by 6, damage all units by 2. Can I move any? I'll have to see. Yeah. All we can do is that.
Scheiß! In trade!
Her Majesty knows what she's doing.
I can potentially steal something. 2 turns. I don't know whether I'll be able to actually do it or not, though. Depends on what he's got. Show me what you got!
Off to the front yet again.
The fact that we've lost our... Okay, I'm not going to get benefit from moving anything now. We're probably going to take damage. What can I move? Yeah, we need a better way of taking out this. We've got nothing that will do direct damage from the fact that it gets stronger each time. We need a big hitter. The fire isn't enough. Yeah, I think we need more directed damage as opposed to the slingers. So we're probably going to want arbalists. Trebuchet, yeah. Because, I mean, can I steal anything? All I can do is steal one of these guys.
Coin never stinks, no matter how rank the pouch. They weren't expecting us.
Well, keeping Gascon boosted up did win it, but I think the more optimum one for that would be arbalists and trebuchets. So trying to take out that one guy.
Led by a seasoned covert agent. Seeing he would soon fall into enemy hands, he put a knife to his throat and, in a quick slash, sent blood pouring over paper and still wet ink. Reynard leapt towards him, trying to stanch the red tide. But it was too late, and the spy's secrets perished with his last gargled breath. Meve picked up a freshly printed pamphlet. The document listed her many crimes and misdeeds, the true and the manufactured alike. Above the main body of the text, an etching depicted her, well, in a very unflattering manner.
How about a taste of their own medicine?
Asked Gascon, piecing blocks of type into a scathingly foul phrase.
Me and the lads will scratch out a couplet about Epdahi, spread it around the countryside, give the folk a hearty laugh at those tossers' expense.
Sounds like a good idea. What will be the benefit of destroying it? This is going to make us as bad as them, we know, but it might be a way of rallying the populace. This is what Meve would do. This, I feel like, would have more ramifications. For the most part, we've done what Meve would do in this situation.
War should be fought by the sword,
said Meve.
Not by lies and slander. Remember, Gascon, we cannot stoop to their level.
The Queen commanded her Lyrians to destroy the presses.
We get a morale boost,
Soon,
okay.
Reams of paper went up in flames, and cracked blocks of type were trampled into the ink-stained mud.
Well, we destroyed the presses. This case of... I dare say there's a few politicians around the world that wouldn't mind doing that kind of thing. No. Politics at the door. We've said this already. We keep going back on our word, don't we? Right. We've got a puzzle over here. Point of interest. Well, the puzzle won't affect our morale anyway. So let's just go for the puzzle. Oh. Okay, the last time we tried to fight an insect, the game bugged out, didn't it? You would have burnt it as well, yeah. Locals have had a warning for the Queen. We don't go to Ravenholm. After the Nilfgaardians had scorched the village, beasts claimed what remained. For a time, the venerable Grigori, mad with grief, resisted them until they finally tore him to shreds, that is. Boost one unit to at least 125 power. Use your leader's ability. I do have the money. Yeah, we could do a scout if I wanted. So, we've got to boost something to 125. I wonder how we do that specifically. Okay, then. Right. Force an Arrakis drone to consume an adjacent horizontal or vertical units. If the power of the consumed unit was odd, boost Arrakis drone by its power. If it was even, damage the Arrakis by its power. Well, we need to give one of these a boost then first, don't we? Damage all enemies by 1. Boost an ally by the amount damaged. Well, we do the black blood straight away then, don't we? Because then they're all going to be odds. And then we use ability. Sorry? Force an Arrakis to consume adjacent units. Okay, so it's all adjacent. I thought it was like one adjacent. Okay. Maybe we did that wrong. I'm going to restart. So it's all adjacent units. I still think we have to at least make some of these odd to start off with. And then we boost this by 1 then? And then we boost this. This is going to be 5. So that's going to work then, is it? Uh, 7, 12. So we don't want to do that. We want to do 25. We use your ability, or we do 24. No. 4, 5. That's 14. I guess we do you. Am I doing the maths right here? Yeah, because 4, 9, 12. Yeah, we don't want to do that. That's an odd number. Let's have you eat those 2. No? That was 25. It should have stayed alive, shouldn't it? Huh? I'm really not sure what we're supposed to be doing here. We've got to get a unit up to 125. 14, 20... can't do the maths. 22, 28, so we can't do that. 21, 28... 36. No, that's not going to work. 8, 15, 23. Yeah, I think we've done this wrong. I do think we have to do the blood first, don't we? To at least get an odd number on the board. But maybe we give it to one of these guys instead. Because if we don't, then they're all going to be even, so it's not going to work. We have to at least make some odd cards for it to actually work. So if we click U all around, or adds up to an odd number. Excuse me. Force an Arrakis drone to consume adjacent horizontal and vertical units. If the power of any consumed unit was odd, boost the Arrakis by its power. If it was even, damage the Arrakis. Okay, so we've got 2 odd and 2 even. So it's going to be balanced. So it's not a combination of everything. It's we have to have it always consuming more odds than evens for it to get stronger. The description of the power is not very clear.
Yeah.
Right. Now, where do we place this? If we do that there. And then we consume this one. We're going to gain by 3 but lose by 2. I think. Does that work? So now, how many odds have we got? We could eat that one. And it's surrounded by odd numbers. Let's see if it works when it's on an edge. Okay, now this is surrounded by nothing but odd numbers, so it makes sense to have him eat everything around him. Again, he's surrounded by nothing but odd numbers. So we'll have him eat everything. We've got 95 charges on this, so we'll lose 8, but gain off the rest. Is it... If the power of any consumed unit is odd, boost the rackets by its power. Even. So we'll lose 8, but we'll gain... So 14, 21. So the trade-off is worth it. Or we can grab those two. We've got a 5, 3, and 18. Not really strong enough. We've got a lot of evens now. Saying that, we've got a lot of odds here. And I think the bill is either be a maths genius or try randomly. I think we're going the random method. Well, we've got a bunch of odd numbers here. Now we have got a 79. We've got 2 odds. Let's do you. We would lose 26, but there's a bunch of odd numbers there, so you know what, we'll charge you up. Yeah, with the amount of charges we had there, we were going to do it at some point. Yes, I had to get the 125 on my side, I think. We won anyway. No, it said only one card had to get to 125. It didn't. No, it wasn't on our side specifically. We just had to get a card to 125.
Rivia will never die so long as we are alive. Nilfgaard will not spit in our maws.
Misfortune has befallen me. Those without mercy attacked me without cause. Woe to all! For our final resting place is far. And we but wander blindly in the realm of chaos. Good mother, I pray your light never fades. Hear me and slay my enemies when I shout thy name.
Lady, the traitors run before you. Find me a map and I'll show you where they buried the loot.
And I got an achievement for some reason. Okay, a cart and a tent at the side of the road. Ah, it's a bulletin board that we can't actually access. Did you have anything else to say?
Rivia will never die so long as we are alive.
Heroes never die!
Rivia will never die so long as we are alive.
Can we go off-road? It does look like it. Okay, there's definitely going to be something buried over here, isn't there? The fact that we can go off-road. There's going to be a map that says we can... There's... Yes. We just need to find the map. Question mark. How do we get to that then? Doesn't seem like I can reach it. Oh, here we go. Your Majesty, we found corpses in the tents. Travelling merchants, it appears. It seems they killed whilst they slept. Drained of blood! We don't know what you wish to do with the wares. Stealing from the dead would probably get a morale downgrade, I'm guessing. No? Okay. Well, we've certainly not had the problems we did in the swamp.
These lands, they look familiar to you?
Naturally, Your Grace. They're the venerable Count Caldwell's.
War, death, chaos. Everywhere but here. This land's positively pastoral.
Well, Count Caldwell took care of his patch of land then, didn't he? Even though he was in the swamp for a fair amount of time. He must have had his lackeys working on it. You're entering the estate of Palatine Caldwell. Long live the Emperor. Where are we headed? It was just generally north, wasn't it? Ah, okay, this is Caldwell's estate. You know what, we'll pay for these scouts. Oh, there's some treasure hidden here. Some hidden bits of loot. Okay.
The traitorous Caldwell family's residence loomed into view. Against the horizon, it looked suitably sinister. Yet the manor had changed since
Banish
we
the
last
family.
saw it. 2 new wings, ornate towers, a grand colonnade. And the windows now glistened.
Banish the
with stained
family,
glass,
destroy the
the
building.
gilded hue of
Not kill
imperial
anybody.
Suns.
We must pay them a visit.
Seethed the queen. The great double doors opened with an echoing thud. Just inside them stood the heir to the estate, Dragomir, his wife and 3 children by his side, and Helena, the treacherous count's widow. Sliding the cap from his head, thus giving proof of the family's hereditary baldness, Dragomir knelt down upon one knee.
Your Grace, my father's betrayal stands beyond doubt and exoneration.
The young Caldwell said flawlessly, and in a single breath, as if he'd practiced a dozen times.
And his death at your hands was most well deserved. I ask that ye not punish sons for the sins of their fathers. I ask humbly, with bowed head, allow me to stay on my ancestral lands, to serve faithfully as your loyal subject.
I believe not a word slithering out of his mouth,
whispered Reynard.
The first chance he gets to stab you in the back, he will take.
Banish the family. Yeah, that was my first instinct. That was my instinct. I'm going with it.
Convenient to make this request now, don't you think? Why not earlier?
Maeve asked, crossing her arms and raising her chin.
It would have behooved you to send a messenger, once I'd crossed into Rivia.
Preferred to speak to you directly, Your Grace, For
you held out hope. Hope that the Blackclads would yet defeat me. You stood on their side till the last. No. The Caldwells I trusted once, but I shan't make that error again. You've one day to pack your chattels and go. Leave my country.
Dragomir rose from his knee and shook out the cap he'd crushed in supplication.
Only ever as a corpse, Your Majesty.
He hissed, his vulnerable demeanor gone in a flash.
If you'll not take me for your vassal, you must take me as your foe. Men, to arms!
At this sign, armed men rushed from the house while archers appeared atop the roof. Clearly, Dragomir had expected to be refused.
It's alright, I'm ready for a fight as well. Shorten battles special rules. Overpower your opponent within 5 turns. Okay. The old adage, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, proved true once again. Dragomir was as loyal as his father. He did, however, differ in one respect. He demonstrated competence in combat, presenting greater resistance than Maeve had anticipated. Also, does he have a small dog under his arm that pisses on him occasionally? kill him in 5 turns. So we're not playing the long game here. We keep all our power cards. Do we really need the fire? Probably not. Yeah, it's Count Coldwell's son, so yeah. The war wagon could work here in combination with that, yes.
You'll not destroy my family. I won't allow it.
Trigger all allies' loyal abilities twice. Cooldown of 4. Okay, so they're going to get very strong. They're going to fire twice. Every turn on turn start, reduce this card's timer by 1. If Meve is winning when the timer reaches 0, Meve wins the battle. So we basically got to win. This is why we have to win within 5 turns. The pissing dog made you remember. At least there was that. Let's throw out the trap.
This harvest will be reaping black-clad eggs.
As you command.
So every turn, yeah, it's got a cooldown of 4. Okay, we can survive 4 turns, I think.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn bugs are killing me.
That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, a time to die.
Let's set fire to the row, shall we?
Tell me you jest.
Aye.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
What do you want of me?
Should have listened to me old lady.
Yep, they have a tendency to get incredibly strong because of that double ability. But you know what? You know what we can do? We can steal one of them. And do we take a swing? Let's take a swing at you. And we're winning by when this turns. There you go. This card has definitely been helping us win.
Father was right about you.
This has been the card that's won a lot of games of recent for us. Just being able to pluck away their most powerful card. Shrike.
Dragomir lay in the courtyard of his extravagant manor. With the last of his strength, he clawed at the coloured gravel. He resembled an insect that was hurt, damaged, yet pulled itself along as if it could somehow escape death. The Queen knelt beside him and gazed into his clouded eyes.
I want you to know your family will be looked after. You've relatives in Kedwen. They'll be sent there, properly escorted, with the proper stipend.
Dragomir wished to say something, but choked on his own blood. He was dead a moment later. The Queen slowly stood and gave the order to march. She rode at the front of the column, deep in thought.
I don't get to burn the house down either. Okay. I thought that would have been appropriate. Send a signal to my enemies. Don't cross with me. Yeah, just don't fuck with me at all. I did mix that up. I was going to say don't cross me or don't fuck with me, but it came as don't cross with me. Yeah. Oh, and there's a gold chest hidden in the backyard. It seems appropriate for a traitor, keeping his treasure hidden. Okay. And can we see this? Read this now? Epic loot. Yes, it's all just surrounds for your avatar in Gwent. I mean, occasionally it's been you get this gold card to play in Gwent, which is useful, but the avatar things are just dumb. Oh, we missed something over here. Okay, good job we paid for the scout, eh? Okay, before we go fight the werewolf... What was it? Was it the shrine? No, it's further north than the shrine. Oh no, we hadn't missed it, we just hadn't gone past it yet. Well, we've not been hurting for extra morale in this place. The swamp was really tough. So I think there was like one shrine in the entire... Also, is this the section we were looking for on the map? There's a giant stone there. Yes. We found our other... Now, this may be a card to play in Gwent. No, it's yet another surround. Okay. A little disappointing, but still. Okay, we'll... then again, it is 3:30. I did say I was going to stop at 3:30 to go do the dogs' dinners. So, we know we've got a werewolf here. We will carry on after the break. Probably for an hour or so, and then we'll move on to the second game after that. But, yes, we are taking a break here. It will probably be 15 to 20 minutes. So this is your chance to go stretch your legs. Go make yourself a sandwich or something. Because I've got to go take care of the dogs. I will be back as quickly as I possibly can. But in the meantime, thank you for hanging on. And hopefully I will see you very shortly. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, then there we go. We're back. Okay, we said werewolves. Also, didn't we come across some merchants that had been drained of their blood? So it's not only werewolves we're going to have to deal with. There's probably going to be some vampires about, though most of those were in the swamp, thankfully. Yes, the doggies were reasonably well behaved. Food got gobbled, then they went and did their ablutions, and we managed to get sorted quickly. And I have a fresh cup of coffee. The Lyrian army approached Lindenham. The village Sergeant Niedermeyer, really, called home. He was eager to hold his family in loving embrace, recount his adventures, introduce his wife to his queen, yet the chimneys spewed no smoke, no light flickered through the closed shutters, and a bit further beyond the village, a deep, dark pit. What did it hold, you ask? Ha! You clearly aren't familiar with war. War never changes. Now to take care of a whole other doggy, yes. We may have to swap out. We might have to grab Ike. Because it is technically a monster, isn't it? You might actually be of use here. I'm not sure about you guys. No, we'll get rid of... Okay, yeah, we can make this work now. I mean, if we could find... No, 2 lots of fire. Let's lose 1 fire. We got slingers. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with this. Yeah, we'll go with this. Let's put the... Also, what do you do? Every 2 turns, on turns start, alternate between 2 abilities. Damage a random enemy by the number of allies. Heal all your units. Okay, so, well, first attack is just going to be an attack. Because he's got not a lot to heal, has he? Strengthening south by 1. Okay. Every turn. Let's start the burning then, shall we? You might heal yourself by 1, but we just did a whole load of damage to you. Every 2 turns on turn start, summon a wolf from your deck. How about we throw this guy out?
Don't like this.
Let's swap these guys around.
They hide well.
Well, there's no mist, so that's not going to help you here. These things are resilient, though we will be able to steal one in a minute, won't we? That will be nice. Because there's no point stealing these, because we have no wolves in our deck to take. So... in that case, how about we make these 2 dual? You know what? I'm going to do that. Hey, Mitts! Last time was swamp fungus, and now werewolves, yes. At what point do you admit your country role as a leader is cursed and just give up? Is the alpha werewolf a bronze? I don't know. Looks like a bronze card, yeah. Though, we will see if we are allowed to steal him. I would hope so. Yes. Okay. You stole one of my cards. Play a random bronze unit from the enemy's deck. Ah, and then he used his ability to move us all around. Okay. Right. Can I make anything work here? I can take a swing for 4. But I can't hit anything else. Werecat. Yeah, I never even read the name of it. We could do a bunch of damage to it. It'll be an ex-were-parrot soon. It'll be pining for the fjords.
What you looking at?
Google's were-parrot was not disappointing. Well, if this is the case, I kind of want to save these for the next round. But then again, I do also want to try and do a bit more damage here. What's he going to do? I suppose we could wind down the clock a bit more and steal another card. What are you going to play? What are you going to play? What am I going to keep? I'm gonna pass there. I normally like to go all out and just force them into the passing, and there we go. Okay, well, he got the first round, so we've got to take the next two. I will swap one of these guys. More fire. That I can work with.
Watch your heads!
Let's set fire to the back row. They're really going after him, aren't they? Damage at random. It is a deployment skill.
Got a death wish?
They're getting very strong. So strong, I might have to steal some of your power. Deploy. Strengthen all allies in hand, deck, and battlefield. Because technically we're going to redeploy him? Do we get that, or should we... No, I think we take the Alpha, don't we? We are the Alpha and the Omega. Oh, I thought we had another one of those. Clearly not. Well, there's only one card I could have actually used that on. That's disappointing. Yeah, we'll keep taking pot shots at this. Do I want to play the trap? No. Whenever a wolf ally appears, repeat this ability. I mean, why did another one pop out? Because every 2 turns until it starts summon a wolf. Okay, you're the problem here. There's your problem. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do this. They keep healing.
Got any victuals? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
We had to use everything. We best get some bloody good cards for this. Gascon. Okay, I suppose we can make Gascon pretty strong.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
Well, we're taking that. There you go. Gascon is definitely our big finish.
Long live me!
There you go. Take another charge. You better have something spectacular because we're about to dump 45 points on the board. Ah, you can take damage. There you go.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
There you go. That's how you win. Really wonder how the eye leech would deploy in real life, just to throw a bucket of leeches in the face. True, yeah. Throw leeches at them and they're blinded and they accidentally stumble across to your side and then you just claim them. Well, the last body pit we had to deal with was a hell of a puzzle, wasn't it? Of course we're going to give them proper burial. I didn't even have to read the description for that. Of course we're going to take the morale boost. Right, what we got on the map? Okay, we've got a shrine over there. We did do all the maps up to this point now, haven't we? Oh no, we got the villagers map. Also reports. Dragomir, my health is well, thank you for asking. I've other troubles though. Oh, excuse me. Have it from good source, Meave has left Mahakam with the dwarven recruit supplementing her ranks. I suspect she might mean to pay me a visit. As absurd as it sounds, in the light of recent events, I have begun to entertain the possibility that vile wench even, might actually succeed in liberating Lyria and Rivia. As they say, fools have all the luck. In that case, do not count on mercy. I know her well, and trust me, never has a more vengeful, malicious woman walked this world. As soon as you hear she's crossed the border, put your men on high alert, kiss your wife and children, and hope we shall see each other soon. Well, he was right about one thing. I suppose there's that about him. He did know that we were going to horribly murder his son if it went sideways. Ah, well, there's the tent, there's that. So it should be buried around about here, shouldn't it? There you go. Another surround. Ah, no, an actual... Oh, we actually get a Witcher. Ivo of Belhaven. We saw him briefly in the swamps, didn't we? Right. Anything this side of the gate we can still nab? Okay, we got points of interest. I feel like we're probably going to have to play a little bit of Gwent once we're done here, aren't we? Otherwise, we would kick ourselves. Though I don't know whether we'll roll straight into playing Gwent once we're done with Thronebreaker. I might take a short break. And try and get a grip of it myself off stream before I try it on camera.
Where in peacetime she would go to escape her queenly duties and enjoy the thrill of a hunt.
Pheasant, grouse, and partridge in abundance.
It's this. It's the kind of the narrative between it and the fact that
in her saddle to face Gascon.
You're not against people. Sometimes the fights are only 1 round. Others are standard fights, which is the 3-round thing. And then there's the puzzles as well, using like different mechanics, still using the same kind of cards, board and things like that, but we've had like match 3 puzzles, we've had eradicate everything on the board using only certain abilities, make cards up to a certain amount of power. So yes, it's Gwent, but with added extra on top, and you don't have the annoyance of having to deal with people and, you know, metagaming and shit like that. Well, I presume it's you know that Gwent is to Witcher what Hearthstone is to WoW. It's, you know, using the names, the regions, all the kind of stuff familiar in the Witcher world in the card-based game. But obviously the cards are also available in Witcher to play as a minigame. So yeah, Gwent's their card game. And... well, I mean, you've probably seen a bit of what the battle system is like. Alas, so you've got an idea of how the mechanics of the card battles go.
Where life had stirred and grown tall before, only resinous trunks remained. And the village itself had lost its quaint allure, surrounded now by a
mostly
double
it's the story.
stockade, a golden sun fluttering above it.
Bastards couldn't even let the damn trees be.
Gascon seethed. A dismal scene. Her once cherished wood, and it weighed heavily on the Queen's spirits. Waldenrad had been a place removed, where she could rest and forget the weight of her crown. Reynard's voice roused.
So is this like Camp David then?
The Nilfgaardian garrison holds the village,
he said.
We ought to drive them out. Avoid any surprise later from the rear.
Yeah,
Give
that's
the
all
order
the
to
attack.
But none is to play the hero. We shall breach or topple the stockade together. Senseless to perish so close to home.
Reynard nodded. Moments later, the Lyrians rushed forth and attacked.
Shortened battle? Yeah. Meve recalled her first hunt in Waldenrad, sorry. Nearly 20 years ago. She was young, naive, and newly married to Reginald. Now the forest had been razed. Reginald was dead. Meve shared little in common with the starry-eyed girl who first arrived at the Lyrian court. So what do we have to deal with? Let's lose you. I mean, we can work with this with Gascon. Though, maybe we don't need 2 of them. Don't need the medic. Wagenberg could work. What might be better is... actually the rider. Fire and traps. Yeah, I can work with that. Yeah, fire and traps I can work with.
The time has come to purge these devils from our homes.
Oh, it's one of these guys. For every 2 units destroyed, boost self. We really need to take this guy out. Strengthen all allies by 1. Okay, who's strongest here? I will actually have... If I can have you guys duel, we can possibly... Yeah, I want to take him out as quickly as possible. Well, we took out his shield, at least. Well, this isn't an order ability.
Catch!
I did just realise we can do this. We can take him out before he has a chance to get any stronger. Yes, I'm doing this. Right. There's the main pain in the arse taken care of. Now we just need to worry about everybody else getting ridiculously strong.
That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
Right. You get stronger when we use abilities. You're annoying. Let's just hope they all burn now.
Oh, life is mine now.
Also, I've got to decide what I'm going to steal next. Boost self by the number of units in your opponent's hand after 3 turns on turn start. That would be quite a good one to nick. If in hand, deck, or on battlefield, strengthen self by 2 whenever an enemy unit appears. You're just going to keep getting stronger, that's the thing, isn't it? I reckon we steal you. And you know what? We're going to take a swing at these guys. Though you're going to get stronger for us doing that, so I'm going to take a swing at these guys. The fact they got shields as well. I forgot they get shields. Get leeched, exactly. I should have stolen the fire, shouldn't I?
Can't take it anymore. Very gloire!
You're going to get stronger if I do this, but I want him to get stronger as well for the big finish. Ah. Stuff it. We're doing this. 18 points of damage.
A highly curious case.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Right. What have we got that we can actually nab? Right, you're all out. We do have arbalists. It would have been nice to have you in the party. So the slinger is about the only thing. Slinger and the war wagon. Move 3 cards to the other side if any were units, damage them by 4. We'd be able to kill that, but these are going to get stronger. We do this on that. We can move cards and get him up to a reasonable amounts. I don't know what's going to work out stronger here. I say the damage is probably better.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Nothing personal, I assure you.
I know we had it in the bag. I just wanted to get the most out of it I could.
When the battle
but once again, the Leech and Gascon for the win.
To gather Willowhane's inhabitants. Upon spotting their armed liberators, the common folk cowered in terror.
No longer need you fear.
The Queen shouted.
No longer must you worry about homes and loved ones. The war's nearly done.
Of a sudden, a villager dropped to his knees and raised his hands to the heavens in supplication.
Trache! Guide my Queen!
Niamh broke off oddly, baffled by the man's outburst. And then it dawned on her. The Rivians of Willowhane had been driven away. Taking their place, Nilfgaardian settlers brought in to transform the near-subsistence plots of local peasants into great estates producing for the Empire. Reynard managed to grasp the essence of the Nilfgaardian peasants' frantic pleas.
They wish to stay. They've come to love the land. They pledged to renounce their emperor, swear allegiance to you as their rightful ruler. They...
Niamh had stopped listening. She turned to survey the hamlet. The walls of the huts freshly whitewashed, tools neatly arranged, flower beds well tended. A young girl of 6 or 7 summers peered out from her.
We're probably going to let the settlers stay, aren't we?
Asked Reynard, having noted that Niamh
unless we know where the ones that have been driven out are.
What shall we do?
They're not soldiers. They're not responsible, as far as I see it.
They can stay on 2 conditions. Tell them. For 15 years, they'll pay double the tax. And if any of the previous inhabitants return, they're to be given their huts, lands, and any crops produced in their absence without delay.
The Nilfgaardian settlers accepted the terms with relief. Niamh's soldiers with markedly less enthusiasm. As the force left Willowhane, the troops made a show of knocking aside any food or drink the peasants offered.
It's all right. We can get that morale back. If you hear, speak common, will ya? Learn the lingo. Right. There's a couple of shrines around. We can get back the morale. I'm not worried about that. So much so. Where's the nearest one? Well, actually, the furthest away. No, look, so many to choose from. Let's take... Yeah, that is the furthest away. All hail the Queen. Yeah, exactly. Hail me. Hail me! Right. Right, where were we? We were over here. And then we need to... Which path do we go down or up? We go down and around. Okay. This is probably going to be a big fight. Do you think we need the extra morale for it? You know what? I might. There's still one other shrine we can use to neutralize any bad morale. But I will take the bonus here. It looks like it might be a tough fight. Why, thank you, Mitz. Crouching in the dark, the Lyrians observed the Nilfgaardian garrison in silence. They watched as fires were extinguished. As fires were extinguished, as echoes grew quiet. Finally, once the barracks were quiet with sleep, only lone sentries remained atop the walls. Then the Queen gave the order to strike. It was time to give the rouse to the invaders from their peaceful sleep. I've never heard it pronounced that give the rouse. I've heard of rousing somebody from their sleep, but give the rouse seems odd. That's a lot of fire. Was this a standard fight? Oh, I never paid attention to that. Was that standard or shortened? We'll lose you. We've got Renard. We certainly don't need this many fire. Slingers work. Okay, we've got Gascon. Let's lose Renard. War Wagon. Okay, all these things work. Yeah, it's a standard fight. Okay. We have to bear that in mind. Let's put you out here then.
You command.
Damage an enemy by the number of your allied units.
In train. I smell a leak.
Take a swing at him.
Edroto dum anime est, spes est.
Let's get some recruits out, shall we?
Off to the front yet again.
More copies of this unit in hand and deck. It looks like we may actually end up stealing one of these cards. We've got 2 turns to go. What am I best off doing? Let's get the benefits for Gascon.
Got any pebbles? Hungry like a wolf, I am.
Oh, has he passed? Oh no, just thinking about it, I was going to say, there was a long pause there. We're going to steal in a minute. Okay, do I want to move first? Let's move around, and we will... I kind of want to save this. I'm going to... use this. Still thinking about it. Okay. Give all allies immune. Death Wish, remove immune from allies. I think we're going to steal this instead then, aren't we? What? I'm not allowed to steal that. Ah. This is another one. Is this a gold card? It's a gold card, so yeah, we're not allowed to steal them. Damn it. He's not immune. We've got to take him out, but we couldn't steal him. That's the problem. So, we've got really no targeted attacks. I mean, we can do this.
Favourite cut of lamb? The shank.
Well, I guess we pass then, don't we? But he's just going to have so much strength next time. He's going to have all these remain. Actually, all of these remain. We've got to take them out. We're going to burn a load of cards doing it, but we have to. So what are we best pitching against each other? Yeah, we can only pitch one against the other, yeah.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
We've got to nobble his ability to do a whole load of damage. Okay, 2 on this. Gascon's built up. We've whittled these down a significant amount, but he's still got 17, 22, 28 points to start off with, which is depressing. Okay, at least we've got some fire. I'm actually going to redraw Reynard. That helps.
You mad? Don't shake that!
That's worth stealing. As long as it's not a gold card. No, it's a bronze. That's worth stealing. What do we want to make stronger? Let's... So what have we got in the deck? Slingers... We can pull out another fire unit. I'm going to hold off on you. I'm going to pull out the other fire unit.
This could hurt.
Having a think about it, you're going to pull more of these cards, aren't you? Oh, no, a Scorpion. Okay, that's bad. Damage an enemy by 2. If it was destroyed, spawn fire on the row. Okay, well, we definitely want to...
Looking to dance, eh?
Do some damage to that, then. What do you got up your sleeve? Okay, well, you're not going to be able to kill anything. There is that. I guess we got to play this so we can actually get the benefit for Gascon.
You can try to win them all, but you won't.
And another one. Ugh. And I'm not going to be able to steal it either, unfortunately.
Quick and painful this'll be.
I will be able to take a swing at it, though. There is that. Ah, boosting it up. Okay, well, we take a swing at that. And I'm going to put the trap here. Go on then, with your one card, get 70-odd points.
Wise choice.
No, didn't think so. Once again, Gascon wins it. Grab that. I think we would have struggled if we'd had neutral morale on that one. I think we did get the boost was the right play there. Right. That's everything we can scavenge. Ooh. Giving them the lashes. Okay. Presumably that's just regular villagers. Ooh. Where's the narrator? Let me tell you of Ravencloft. A quarry Meave passed by. A quarry with a dark history. For years earlier, its wall had collapsed, burying dozens alive. Scholars summoned from Oxenford were unanimous in their findings. The rock was fragile. Further digging would likely cause slides. Meave had heeded the scholars' advice and closed the quarry by royal decree. Yet, now as she neared it, Meave could hear the even tap of pickaxes. She dispatched scouts to investigate. They returned promptly, their faces sullen, their cloaks blanched with a fine limestone dust. Quarry's open anew, your grace, Nilfgaardians. They've got folk in the pit working it. Apparently, it appear to be the surrounding villagers. Interesting. The engineers have found a way to render it safe, secure the walls. I'd say that's right unlikely, Majesty, judging by these fresh graves we saw. The Queen then turned to Reynard, as ever at her side. Reynard, what do you advise? As a soldier, my Queen, I advise against any kind of assault. The terrain's hard, unsuitable for a fight, and we've little to gain from a victory. As a man, however, yes, to leave our folks in chains in that death trap, 'twouldn't be right. Let's liberate the quarry. If I were to calculate in heart and mind, keep note of gains and losses, began Meave, I'd bend the knee to the Imperials just as Willem did. But bloody arithmetic won't dictate my course, for I do what's just. I do what's right. Follow me! Her troops followed without hesitation, swords in hand, their hearts afire. Meave had expected easy victory for her scouts' reports. She learned the Lyrians held a considerable numerical advantage over the invading forces. Yet the Queen had not foreseen one critical Nilfgaardian strategy, the use of chained captives to fight opposite their own countrymen. Eliminate all slave drivers. Okay, so it's a shortened one, special rules. We take out the slave drivers, we get men back. Or we just free the villagers, I guess. Could be useful. Probably not so much. Okay, we got fire. What would we give an extra charge to? Probably not useful. A medic could allow us to redeploy that, I suppose. Though again, probably not useful.
Forcing my own subjects to fight us.
Slave hunters, slave drivers. We probably want to go after the slave drivers, don't we? With our ability. I guess he's going to try and nab one of our... Deploy. Move the lowest enemy next to this unit and lock it. Death Wish. Move the enemy back to its side. Remove the lock. We can do 4 points of damage, though, with this.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Well, he's not stealing any of our men just yet.
Life is mine now.
Right, let's start... no, actually put you out first.
Don't mind this.
Let's try and gain some benefits.
Wise choice.
Your Grace, if we begin killing the overseers, the labourers will turn against them.
Yeah, that's my plan.
This could hurt.
Don't kill him before I actually get... No, there we go. Okay. Preventing us drawing any extra cards. I get it.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Burn both these bastards, please.
Used to be I hunted game. Men bring more coin.
We kind of want that back. Well, he did his job and he's almost dead. Though I could... You're not gold, are you? No, you're a bronze card. Oh, we did take the infantry. He's going to be tough otherwise. I guess we steal you.
The overseers are dead, Your Grace.
Oh, that's it. There was just the three of them. We killed one in the first round, killed one other pretty quickly, and then stole the other. Fair enough. Lyrians handily dispatched the Nilfgaardian overseers, more trained in the ways of whip than sword. Those who survived now found themselves shackled to the very chains they forced the peasants to wear. Peasants, bah. Unfortunate souls, the cruel labour in the quarry had taken its toll. They stood before the queen, shrunken to skin and bone, clothes in tattered rags, their eyes reddened by dust. But in those eyes burned a brilliant fire. Ooh, we got a muzzle. Your Grace, them black-clads treated us like dogs, stripped us of dignity. So we beg ye, give us arms, let us march neath your banner. 'Tis a chance to at revenge we seek, we want. Renard leaned toward Meave and spoke in a scarcely audible whisper. Majesty, they've not boots nor even foot wraps. To equip their lot, train them, would cost a small fortune. We have the money for it, surely. 69. Look at how much money we've got. Yes. 'Tis true, they've nought in their name, said the Queen. Have few skills to offer and little strength. But to look in their eyes is to know they'll never flee, never throw down their arms. Such recruits are worth coin in any amount. Emancipated, downtrodden, the peasants met the Queen's offer with gratitude. They relished the thought of facing their tormentors in a fight. So I wonder why there was no audio for that. Just might have been a side quest they never got round to recording the audio for. Again, it seems odd. We stand together. We fight as one. Can I get up there? I don't think so. That guy's going to be blocking the way, isn't he? Yep. Not allowed. I feel like there should be a secret up there. Also, what did we get here? Reports. Resumed operations. Northern War collapsed. 12 deaths, 7 injuries. Sent for more slaves. Received slave transport. Many decrepit and unfit for labour. Signed them third rations. Eastern War collapsed. 7 deaths, 5 injuries. Sent for more slaves. Okay, well, we'll snag this last bit of scrap. Find out what is the next major conquest. Is this a point of interest? It appears to be. Oh no, this is where we've just been. We cleared this place out. Yes, this is the settlers, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, they gave us money and wood. Okay. Always worth talking to them until they exhaust all their dialogue, isn't it? Also, we have a question mark here. What might this be? It's a castle of some sort. Okay, we'll do this, and that'll take us up to 5. And then we'll do our swing across to the next game.
Meve spied the outline of Malabon Castle on the horizon and turned Dur. True, no golden suns waved atop its towers, yet that did not mean those within supported her. Malabon belonged to House Obert, long in conflict with Meve's own, and with Meve herself.
Behind their ramparts. Do you see them, Reynard?
Asked Meve, shaking her head.
Countless ballistae, collecting dust, while war rages all around.
Perhaps the Oberts will lend us aid,
Reynard replied.
True, you've been at odds with them in the past, but perhaps now, faced with a common foe.
A common foe?
Snorted the Queen.
You mean Nilfgaard, to whom they opened their gates? Caldwell, whom they supported?
For they were convinced the Empire would win this war, and resistance pointless. Yet you have shown all the North the Blackclads can be defeated.
The North remembers.
Forget old wrongs.
We've always gone for what would kind of push the story along. Moving on, I've got a feeling they'll stab us in the back, but this for more interest.
Meve sighed.
So be it. Reynard, send a runner to the castle. Tell the Oberts their queen seeks a word.
Moments later, the castle's heavy iron gate creaked open. Meve rode into the cobblestone courtyard, where Margravine Greta, head of the house, greeted her. Although, greeted is perhaps not the right word, for Lady Greta granted her only a barely perceptible nod.
What can I help you with, Meve?
The war, my dear.
I see a villain type. Yeah, it's just stroking the cat. I've been expecting you,
Greta
Miss
smiled
Meve.
to herself, then intertwined her brittle, ring-covered fingers.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
It is a vassal's sacred duty to serve her liege, and
my liege is King Willem.
Greta calmly retorted.
Against whom you have raised arms.
Willem is a usurper. He unlawfully stripped me of my crown.
I've been expecting you, Inspector Gadget.
Deprived you of your crown.
Definitely got a claw thing going on, hasn't she?
Her eyes into thin slits.
Fearing you would drag this realm into a senseless war. A fear which, it is now abundantly clear, was well founded.
I have returned home a victor. I defeated the Nilfgaardians in Angren.
Due to a stroke of good luck. You think defeating Caldwell means you can defeat the Emperor as well? Madness, my dear Meve. And my men will not die for madness. Leave my home! Begone from my lands!
I mean, she has ballista on all sides. Will she support Willem, though, if we do this? This is Lyria! I'm gonna leave.
Go,
said the Queen.
But I shall return here once I win this war. And I shall reckon then with you and your house.
Meve kicked her spurs and set off at a gallop, sparks flying where horseshoes met cobblestones. For long afterwards, she silently mouthed a litany of curses aimed at the Oberts and their old Margravine.
Well, we didn't lose anything. Oh, we can talk again?
Quest for death is yours, my queen. We'd rather have an accord with the Blackclads. Get on with them. Quest for death is yours, my queen.
Okay. Well, like I said, at that point, we will leave Thronebreaker for the day and move on to our next game. Outside the gates of a well-protected village of some sort. Yeah, this is definitely like a midpoint in the story, isn't it? Yeah, this definitely feels like it's the midpoint. So yeah, this would be appropriate to leave it. Because if we go up, we'll get the end of chapter, well, mid-chapter thing of how much we've found, but we will also get pushed through into the next story and fight. So yes, we will leave that there. Let's save and jump back to the main. It could have been worse. Yes, we could have just had, you know, been peppered with ballista bolts. Let me put my marker in.